Please don't run my credit. Please don't run my credit. That's what I was thinking, sitting in the dealership, trying to look like a woman who had it together because I needed a car and I didn't have a lot of options. Before this video's over, you're going to know what bad credit costs you and not just how high the interest rate is. And you're going to know the first step to start fixing it this week. Look, the interest rate costs you money. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. But so does shame, because instead of dealing with it, you just hide it. So here's where you're going to start. It takes 5 minutes. Pull up your credit score right now. It's free through your bank app or something like Credit Karma. And looking doesn't hurt your score. If you're under 580, a lender looks at you and sees risk and charges you for it at a higher rate on everything. Above 670, that goes away. I know women pulling in 6 figures with a rough score and women scraping by with an 800. The number's not measuring what you earn. It's measuring whether you will pay back what you owe on time for a while. That's it. Go look right now if you want, and I'll wait. Mine sat low for years, and I can tell you exactly why. I went through a divorce. I was starting a company from nothing. I was raising my boys by myself, all at the same time. I used to call it my trifecta, like it was some sort of prize. Money was tight. And I had to sell my house. And when I finally needed a car, the only rate anybody would give me was 19%. And I remember being relieved that somebody said yes, because what else was I going to do? Do you know what 19% does to a car payment? On a $25,000 car, that's about $650 a month. A good score gets you the same car for under 500. But honestly, I could live with the number. What got to me was walking into every room like none of it was happening, with my kids because they needed to feel safe, and with everyone else, clients, my network, because nobody trusts a woman who looks like she's drowning. That was me a few years ago. And here's what I didn't know back then. The Urban Institute looked into this and found that about 1 in 3 American adults with a credit file has a debt sitting in collections right now. 1 in 3. Okay, so when you pulled up your credit, you probably saw more than just a number. Most apps show you the accounts under it as well. So look closer. See what you actually owe and who you owe it to, because those bills don't just disappear because you stopped looking. If something looks wrong, an account that isn't yours, you can pull your full credit free from annualcreditreport.com and dispute it. The Federal Trade Commission found errors like that on 1 in 5 reports. But if what you're looking at actually belongs to you, a bill you fell behind on, a balance you've been avoiding, here's the move. Call whoever you owe and work out what you can actually pay them on time, starting now. And here's the good news. You don't need to open anything new for this to work. The second you start paying what you already owe on time, that gets reported to, the same way the missed payments did, except now it's working for you instead of against you. A lot of the time, the same card starts raising your limit on its own too. So you're not just fixing the number or your score, you're building credit on top of that too. Give it 6 months of on-time payments and your score usually starts to move. By a year, year and a half, you can actually see it moving. Stay consistent for 2 years, and you can watch something like a 580 climb to a 700, depending on what else is sitting in your file. And on a $25,000 car loan, that's the gap between a 19% and a 6% car rate, somewhere around $10,000. $100,000 in interest over 5 years. This isn't a 1 month fix, but you can start this week. It takes 5 minutes to look and one phone call to get moving, and nobody has to know. Wherever your score is right now, that's just today, a moment in time, and it can move. Next time you're sitting in a dealership like that one, or across a desk from someone checking your credit for a mortgage, you won't be smiling on the outside while you're praying they don't run it. You'll actually be fine because your credit will actually be fine. Tell me in the comments, have you ever had to carry something like this by yourself? I want to hear it. And there's a follow-up video coming on exactly this. Keep an eye out for it right here. I'm Josefina Bonilla Velez, and this is Money in Motion. We can't go back, but we can move forward together.